Morning, this is Martin from Martin's Engine Services. This morning I'm having a quick look at three batteries that I removed recently. Well, actually one was removed 5 days ago and the other two removed yesterday, all from customers' vehicles that have succumbed to the recent cold icy weather. In no particular order, battery number one is an original GM unit. It's fitted to a 1300 combo van, and when I removed it from the vehicles, you see on there 5 days ago, it was at 12.6 volts, and this morning I plugged it here, tested it, it was at 12.5, and it's still showing 12.5. Wires out of the way, 12.5. This is of course no load standing voltage. And as you can see on there is also, it is 5 years old. Now, the vehicle it came from carries out a lot of short journeys, as do all the other two vehicles these batteries were removed from. It's the usual heated windows, heated seats, blah blah blah, lights, wipers, all the other bits and pieces, and of course the poor battery is working exceptionally hard under these conditions. The alternator on all three of these vehicles is charging at full rate under full load, and there's no problem at all on the charging system. And as we can see, just putting the voltmeter on, she's now, let's have a look, she's at 12.5, so let's put it under some load. I know this is a rather primitive old battery tester, but it puts them under a good bit of load, and I just want to see what happens when you subject them to some, shall we say, some high amperage draw. We just think a little connection issue there. Okay, this one doesn't seem to want to play today. Right. There we go. Right, straight away down to 10.5, 10.3. Probably even go a bit further if I keep the tester on a bit longer. No, it seems to have levered at about 10.3 and has recovered to 11.8, 12. So he's sort of about 20% down under load. Now moving on to battery number two, this Lucas unit here, which is see 640 amp unit, 70 amp hour. This is actually removed from a 2003 Rover 45 diesel, and this battery is, all bar a couple of days, 7 years old. It has been going flat on the customer overnight, just purely for obviously slight load of the central locking and ECUs, memories and all the rest of it, and he's had to charge it on occasion. Now, when I removed it, it was at 12.2 volts. This morning earlier on it was at 12.9, and it's dropped to 12.7, so that's really nothing to worry about. Right, let's load it up and see what it does. And straight away you see 10.9, yeah, 10.9, 10.7, and it'll probably keep dropping slowly if I leave it under more load. So again, 25% capacity has gone. Battery number three was removed from a Kia, or Kia possibly a Ceed or something of that nature. You always get a bit confused with the various Hyundai models, Hyundai Kia range models. And this battery is the original unit, and again is 7 years old. It was again a 600 amp battery, and it was 12.4 volts this morning. Sorry, 12.4 volts when removed, 12.5 this morning, and it's been standing roughly 13 hours since removal, and it's still sitting at 12.5. Right, let's load it up and see how it performs, and straight away, again, pretty standard sort of results across the board, about 20% down. Starts to recover. Yeah, it recovers back roughly in the vicinity where it was. So basically this is all just now reading the surface charge on the battery, and it's interesting to note that the temperature is probably around about 4 or 5 degrees in the workshop, and of course these have been in here overnight, so they're not subjected to any extreme cold or any parasitic loads, or well, not really parasitic loads, but slight load from any keep alive radios and computers, etc. So they are just in their natural free voltage sort of standing state. Before the cold weather occurred, all three of these batteries were performing faultlessly, and all the vehicles had no other electrical problems at all. It's just interesting to note how much battery capacity is basically gone once the temperature reaches around zero. So when we had our -10s the other week, and the wind chill factor and all the rest of it, probably these units were all down to probably less than 50% of their capacity, and by the time the glow plugs have been on and bits and pieces, that was probably the end of them. I think I'll be testing them again tomorrow when they've stood for another 24 hours, just to see how much they've lost, and especially under load, because I'm quite surprised at how quick this Lucas battery decayed. And in fact, I noticed this on the vehicle yesterday, because after it had about a 10-mile run to my workshop and the customer had it overnight charging, when I had the ignition on and I applied a load of lights, windows, heater, this did decay very quickly from a surface charge of nearly 13 volts all the way down to just over 10 in probably in a matter of about 30 seconds, sort of 45 seconds, something in that region. It still started the vehicle fine because it was hot, and it's a does start well, the engine, but the amount it lost was quite surprising how quickly. Likewise, the Kia battery had exactly the same scenario. It had been fully charged overnight, only a couple of miles from my workshop, but it was starting fine, and again applied very little load to it, and it was very quick to lose voltage. I didn't try loading up this unit because I knew that it was going to be a problem because of its the fact that customers was noticing it was starting to turn over very sluggish in the mornings. Although it all started, amazing enough, it was not the most healthy battery. All three of these vehicles now subsequently fitted with a new battery and are all starting very nicely. The difference between a fully charged old battery such as this one cranking the vehicle and a brand new one is quite astonishing. You can hear the difference in starter speed and performance. I know this probably isn't the most exciting video doing the review on three old batteries, but I just thought it was quite interesting, and I'll continue monitoring the voltages just to see what they do out of curiosity. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.